This is All India Radio. We now bring you a special news program on COVID-19. Good morning. I'm Anuja Kumar, and with me is Vaibhav Jyotsna Srivastav. The headlines. 2 Vande Bharat mission flights carrying about 400 Indian nationals from Dubai land in Chennai. Indian naval ship INS Jalashwa carrying about 700 Indian nationals from Maldives leaves for Kochi in Kerala. COVID-19 recovery rate improves to 29.36% in the country. Finance Ministry announces relief for NRIs and foreign visitors on residency status amid lockdown. And India's foreign exchange reserves up by $1.622 million to $481.078 billion. 2 Vande Bharat mission flights landed in Chennai early this morning from Dubai with around 400 evacuees. They were tested by medical teams and were quarantined as per the safety protocols issued by the Union government. More such flights from several countries have been scheduled till next Friday. More flights are being mounted from Gulf countries to other places in India. Dubai has already scheduled 2 more flights to Coonoor and Mangalore in the coming days. The flights are also being worked out from other Gulf countries during the second week of this mission. More from our correspondent.
Day 3 of the Vande Bharat mission and nearly 850 Indians are expected to fly back to Lucknow, Hyderabad and Kochi from the various Gulf countries. The Vande Bharat mission has come as a ray of hope amongst the stranded Indians. From Sharjah, a special flight will carry more than 175 distressed Indians to Lucknow. Kuwait is repatriating 150 people to Hyderabad and another 172 approximately to Kochi. And Doha is sending back more than 175 Indians who are in distressed condition. All the Indian missions are giving priorities to workers in distress, elderly people, urgent medical cases, pregnant women, and others stranded in difficult situations. Kanchan Prasad, AIR News, Dubai.
As part of Vande Bharat mission, 334 Indian nationals were brought back to Kerala from Gulf region in 2 different flights last night. Our correspondent has filed this report.
Flight carrying 152 passengers from Riyadh had arrived in Kozhikode International Airport last night at 8 p.m. After the medical screening, 114 passengers, including 84 pregnant women, were sent to home quarantine and others were taken to the state COVID care centers. Meanwhile, the flight from Manama in Bahrain to Kochi International Airport arrived last night. The passengers, after detailed checkup, were sent to COVID care centers for compulsory quarantine. Both the flights included few passengers from Karnataka and Tamil Nadu also. Meanwhile, INS Jalashwa carrying 698 people from Maldives will be arriving in Kochi port tomorrow. As Kerala continued to contain COVID-19 infection in the state, the number of active cases in Kerala came down to 16. Mayusha for AIR News, Thiruvananthapuram.
Indian Navy ship INS Jalashwa carrying 698 Indian nationals sailed off from Maldives' capital of Malé yesterday evening. They will reach Kochi on tomorrow morning. The evacuation is part of Indian government's program to evacuate Indians stranded abroad. The program named Samudra Setu by Indian Navy entails to bring back around 2,000 Indians in 4 ships from Maldives. Our correspondent has filed this report.
Another ship of Indian Navy INS Magar is scheduled to leave Malé tomorrow, carrying around 200 passengers for Tuticorin. The same exercise will be repeated next week, thus repatriating around 2,000 Indians from Maldives. This is the biggest evacuation exercise of its kind from Maldives, and Indian High Commission in Malé had made elaborate arrangements over past few days to make the process smooth. Maldives government and local volunteers contributed immensely, signifying close bilateral ties between India and Maldives. Santosh Kumar for AIR News, Colombo.
Health Ministry has said that 16,540 COVID-19 patients have recovered till now. Briefing media in New Delhi, a Health Ministry official said the recovery rate is 29.36%.
पिछले 24 घंटे में कंफर्म केसेस की संख्या में 3,390 केसेस का इंक्रीज नोट किया है, पर साथ ही 1,273 पेशेंट्स क्योर भी हुए हैं। क्योर पेशेंट की संख्या में लगातार वृद्धि हो रही है, जो कि एक पॉजिटिव न्यूज है। हमारी रिकवरी परसेंटेज 29.36% हो चुकी है, यानी कि अब तक हॉस्पिटलाइज हुए पेशेंट में से लगभग हर 3 में से 1 पेशेंट रिकवर क्योर हो चुका है।
The officials said that 216 districts have not reported any case till date. 42 districts have no fresh cases in the last 28 days and 29 districts have no fresh cases in the last 21 days. He said the cumulative number of COVID-19 cases in the country has climbed to 56,342, while the death toll stands at 1,886. 37,916 people are under active medical supervision. In the last 24 hours, 3,390 new cases have come up and 1,273 people have recovered. The Home Ministry official said Railways has run 222 Shramik special trains for the movement of stranded persons and more than 2.5 lakh people have made use of this facility so far.
देश के विभिन्न राज्यों में फंसे श्रमिकों, छात्रों, श्रद्धालुओं, पर्यटक आदि के लिए बस एवं ट्रेनों को चलाने की अनुमति पहले ही दी जा चुकी है। अभी तक रेलवे ने 222 विशेष रेलगाड़ियां चलाई हैं और लगभग 2.5 लाख से अधिक यात्रियों ने इस सुविधा का उपयोग किया है।
Union Minister for Food and Public Distribution Ram Vilas Paswan has said that massive exercise is underway to supply free food grains and pulses to about 80 crore people across the country under Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Ann Yojana PMGKAY. Mr. Paswan said the government is making efforts to ensure that food grains are readily available for distribution in all the states for meeting their requirements under the Yojana. Mr. Paswan said Food Corporation of India has loaded a total number of 2,641 rakes carrying about 74 lakh metric tons food grains, which is an all-time record between the lockdown period from 24th of March till date. Labour and Employment Minister Santosh Kumar Gangwar has said that the government will take all possible steps to help mitigate problems faced by the industry and workers due to lockdown. He said the government is discussing the emergent situation with the social partners arising out of COVID-19 pandemic and to chalk out strategies and policy initiatives to minimize its impact on the workers and economy. The minister held a webinar with the employers' organizations yesterday. The issues deliberated during the webinar include protection of the interest of workers and migrant workers in view of COVID-19 and measures to generate employment. Mr. Gangwar informed about the various measures taken by his ministry to mitigate the problems of workers during COVID-19, like relaxation in the provisions of e-sick and EPF, setting up of control centers and helplines across the country.
In an effort to guard against fake news being circulated on various platforms, we bring you our segment on fact-checking and myth-busters. The government has rejected a claim made in a WhatsApp forward that there will be a military lockdown in Mumbai for 10 days starting today. In a tweet, the Press Information Bureau described it as a fake message. It said no army or navy personnel are being deployed for maintaining law and order in the city. This is All India Radio, bringing you a special news program on COVID-19. Let's take a look at the headlines once again. 2 Vande Bharat mission flights carrying about 400 Indian nationals from Dubai land in Chennai. Indian naval ship INS Jalashva carrying about 700 Indian nationals from Maldives leaves for Kochi in Kerala. COVID-19 recovery rate improves to 29.36% in the country. Finance Ministry announces relief for NRIs and foreign visitors on residency status amid lockdown. And India's foreign exchange reserves up by $1.622 million to $481.078 billion. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
लोकप्रिय धारावाहिक महाभारत प्रतिदिन दोपहर 12 बजे और शाम 7 बजे डीडी भारती, फ्री डिश और अन्य डीटीएच चैनल पर। सब्सक्राइबर्स अपना चैनल नंबर नोट करें: डीडी 60, टाटा स्काई 1194, एयरटेल 151, सन डायरेक्ट 326, वीडियोकॉन डीटीएच 480, डिश टीवी 197 और डेन 522। समय याद रखें, दोपहर 12 बजे और शाम 7 बजे। प्रतिदिन देखें लोकप्रिय धारावाहिक महाभारत।
श्री महाभारत कथा।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi had a telephonic conversation with his Italian counterpart Giuseppe Conte. Mr. Modi conveyed his condolences for the loss of lives in Italy caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. He commended the fortitude shown by the citizens of Italy during the crisis. The two leaders discussed the measures required to address the health and economic impact of the pandemic in their own countries as well as at a global level. They expressed solidarity with each other and appreciated the mutual cooperation extended towards each other's stranded nationals. Prime Minister Modi assured Mr. Conte of India's unstinted support to Italy in provision of essential medicines and other items. The leaders agreed to continue active consultation and cooperation between both the countries to further strengthen bilateral relations. Mr. Conte reiterated his invitation to Mr. Modi to visit Italy at a suitable time. Sharing details of the conversation with his Italian counterpart, Mr. Modi wrote on Twitter, India and Italy will work together for addressing the challenges of the post-COVID world, including through the consecutive presidencies of the G20. The government has given relief on residency status to NRIs and foreign visitors whose stay in India got prolonged due to lockdown in the wake of COVID-19 outbreak. In its circular, Central Board of Direct Taxes CBDT said that the prolonged stay in India will be discounted. It said the circular for determining the residential status in such cases for financial year 2020-21 will be issued in due course depending upon normalization and resumption of international flights. Considering various representations received from people who had to prolong their stay in India due to lockdown, expressed concerns that they will be required to file tax returns as Indian residents. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has allowed discounting of prolonged stay period in India for the purpose of determining residency status. The CBDT has decided that for the purposes of determining the residential status during the previous year 2019-20 in respect of an individual who has come to India on a visit before 22nd of March 2020 and were unable to leave India on or before 31st of March 2020, his period of stay in India from 22nd March to 31st of March shall not be taken into account.
India's foreign exchange reserves have increased by $1.622 million to reach $481.078 billion in the week ended 1st of May. Foreign currency assets, a major part of the overall reserves, rose by $1.752 billion to $479.455 billion. India's special drawing rights with the International Monetary Fund went up by $5 million to $1.426 billion, while the country's reserve position also increased by $489 million to $4.059 billion. Uttar Pradesh government has launched the Pravasi Rahat Mitra app for migrant workers of state who are returning from different parts of the country amidst the lockdown. The multi-purpose app is aimed at providing benefits of government schemes to the migrant workers, and it will also help in monitoring their health, besides providing jobs and livelihood related to their skills. More from our correspondent.
The data collection of these migrant workers will be done through the app that has been developed by the State Revenue Department in collaboration with United Nations Development Programme UNDP. The app will have full details of the persons staying in the shelter homes and also of those migrants who have reached their homes directly from other states. The basic information of the person such as name, educational qualification, temporary and permanent address, bank account details, corona-related screening status and experience will be taken in the app. In this app, details of more than 65 types of skills will also be collected. The status of distribution of ration kits to migrant citizens will be there in this app, which can work online as well as offline. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Lucknow.
In Delhi, a total of 338 new confirmed cases of novel coronavirus have been reported during the last 24 hours, taking the total number of cases to 6,318. The Delhi government has confirmed that 2,020 patients have been cured and discharged so far, and 68 deaths have been reported in the national capital. With a 4-digit rise for third straight day yesterday, Maharashtra's COVID-19 cases are now approaching 20,000 mark. The state's tally has reached 19,063 with the addition of 1,089 new cases. The death toll of the state has risen to 731 with 37 deaths yesterday. Mumbai's tally has reached 11,967 with 748 new cases reported yesterday. In all, 3,470 patients have recovered so far in the state. More from our correspondent.
Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray has said that he wants to break the chain of the virus in the state as soon as possible. While addressing the state through a live webcast, he said that people will have to come out of the lockdown as early as possible, but it needs the strict implementation of the guidelines of physical distancing and using face masks by the people. He said that Mumbai has adequate medical infrastructure for treatment of COVID-19 patients and many additional facilities are in its place to handle the situation. He appealed people not to believe rumors and refuted speculation that army will be called in Mumbai to manage the coronavirus crisis. He appealed migrant workers not to panic and said the Maharashtra government was in touch with the center and had sought more trains to ferry migrants to their home state. Shailesh Patil, AIR News, Mumbai.
In Gujarat, the number of COVID-19 cases have risen to 7,403 after 390 new patients were found yesterday. Principal Secretary Health Jayanti Ravi said 24 patients succumbed to the infection yesterday, of which 11 were having comorbid conditions. With this, the death toll due to the pandemic in the state reached to 449. In all, 163 patients were discharged from hospitals, taking the number of recovered patients to 1,872. More from our correspondent.
There are around 5,080 active cases of COVID-19 in the state. The rising number of cases in the state is a matter of concern for the government. On the request of CM Vijay Rupani, Centre has sent 2 expert doctors from New Delhi, namely AIIMS Director Dr. Randeep Guleria and Senior Dr. Manish Suneja, to review the COVID-19 situation in the state, particularly in Ahmedabad. The expert doctors will visit Ahmedabad Civil Hospital and SVP Hospital today and will guide the medical teams involved in the treatment of COVID-19 patients. To boost the morale of corona warriors, the state government yesterday announced honorarium to the medical and paramedical staff serving COVID-19 patients in the COVID care centers. Aparna Khun, AIR News, Ahmedabad.
In Madhya Pradesh, amidst the growing infection of corona, good news has come from Bhopal-based All India Institute of Medical Sciences, AIIMS. The initial results of the ongoing clinical trial of the drugs under the supervision of Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR, have been found promising. The immunity modulator drug Mycobacterium W, or MW, was used on severe patients of COVID-19 by the doctors of AIIMS. A report.
AIIMS official sources informed that both the serious patients were on ventilator, but now both patients have came out of ICU and are out of danger. AIIMS Bhopal Director Dr. Sarman Singh also admitted that the initial results of this drug has come out positive.
दोनों आईसीयू से बाहर आ गए, वेंटिलेटर से ऑफ हो गए. अभी जो सारे मरीज 40 मरीज करने हैं हमें उसमें, तो 40 का फिर देख के फिर डिकोडिंग हो. प्रिलिमिनरी है, बट उसका कोई साइड इफेक्ट नहीं हुआ, सेफ निकली है और 2 को दवाई दी गई है. 2 में से 2 तो ठीक है अभी.
Experts say that the actual results of the drug will be assessed after some more days. However, AIIMS doctors have started preparation for trial on other corona patients and health workers. Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Bhopal.
The number of COVID-19 cases in Tamil Nadu has crossed the 6,000 mark with the confirmation of 600 cases yesterday. Chennai accounts for a little over 50% of the total caseload. 3 people died of the disease in the last 24 hours, raising the fatalities to 40. More from our correspondent.
The Coimbatore wholesale market in Chennai has emerged as a major COVID-19 infection cluster. Many workers in the market dispersed to different parts of the state where they have been traced and quarantined by the district administrations. The market has been sealed and efforts are on to shift it to the city suburb Tirumalizai positively from Sunday. The state health minister claims the fatality rate due to the pandemic remains well under control at 0.68%. Meanwhile, 753 asymptomatic patients have been accommodated in the COVID-19 care centers. Jai Singh, AIR News, Chennai.
Meanwhile, the Madras High Court has ordered the closure of the liquor retail shops being run by the Tamil Nadu State Marketing Corporation. The outlets were opened by the state government last Thursday to boost its revenue. However, they have been asked to close down for violation of safety measures like social distancing. However, the court has permitted online sale of alcohol by following safety measures. Sri Dharmsthal Manjunatheshwar College of Engineering and Technology of Dharwad in North Karnataka has developed a Janta ventilator that can be assembled by any skilled worker and can run without electricity. More from our correspondent.
The professor who has designed and developed this simple-to-operate and build ventilator, Dr. M.R. Kappalli, spoke to AIR about what he calls a Janta ventilator.
It has some unique features. The very first thing is, it is simple to understand and to fabricate. The cost is less. The one that we have fabricated costs about 7,000 to 8,000 rupees.
With bare minimum parts, the ventilator is built at minimum cost. This goes on to show that we Indians can come out with simple solutions if given a chance. Sudhindra reporting from Bengaluru.
Punjab Chief Minister Captain Amrinder Singh has announced that the Class 10 students under the Punjab School Education Board, PSEB, will not have to take any exams and will be promoted on the basis of their performance in the pre-board exams. The Chief Minister said that for the Class 11th and 12th students, the state will go by the decision of the central government. A report.
Chief Minister Captain Amrinder Singh announced the Punjab School Education Board had decided to promote the 5th to 10th class students to next standard without any examination. He said for 10th exam, the performance of pre-board exams will be considered for promoting to the next class. He said he will respond to the queries of the people every Friday on Facebook. Chief Minister said he is concerned about the mental health of people who are locked in small houses for a long time due to curfew. But these steps need to be taken to fight against the pandemic like COVID-19. Ashwini Kumar Sharma, AIR News, Chandigarh.
Himachal Pradesh government has made specific efforts to make the life of the common man simple amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Some important decisions have also been taken to provide facilities to the farmers through various means. Due to these decisions, not only the general public got necessary facilities at their doorstep, but the farmers also got extensive benefits. A report.
As soon as the curfew was declared in the state, the farmers started worrying about their standing crop being wasted in the field and not getting seeds in time. In Solan district, the decisions taken by the state government were implemented with full readiness by the district administration. As per the direction, all the 22 agriculture sales centers functioning in Solan district were opened immediately. The agriculture officers were deployed to provide specialized service telephonically to farmers at home. During the curfew period, 4,000 metric tons of peas of 920 crore rupees have been purchased by APMC Solan from farmers. The Agriculture Department also ensured harvesting of wheat crop at 15,180 hectare in Solan district by providing necessary equipments and pesticides. Sanjeev Sundaryal, AIR News, Shimla.
In Bihar, 82,554 stranded migrant workers, students and others have reached the state from different parts of the country by 70 special trains so far. Over 13,000 stranded students from Kota in Rajasthan reached different parts of the state by 11 special trains. The state government has got permission of 134 trains from railways to bring back stranded migrant workers throughout the country. In all, 2,075 people from foreign countries have registered themselves to come back to the state. Out of these, 632 are from Ukraine, 480 from Bangladesh and 360 from Oman. In our series Experts Speak on All India Radio, we bring you the views of some leading medical experts on COVID-19. Talking to AIR News, President of Public Health Foundation of India, Dr. K. Srinath Reddy, stressed the need to maintain social distancing to check the spread of COVID-19 in the country.
Social distancing is a very effective measure for preventing the transmission of the virus from an infected person to a non-infected person. So we must maintain a distance of at least 2 meters between ourselves and another person so that we can prevent this virus from traveling between two people. We must also ensure that this happens both outside in the market but also in offices where we have to work together with other people.
Director AIIMS Dr. Randeep Guleria advised the people to aggressively follow the social distancing and hand hygiene norms to check the spread of COVID-19 infection.
Currently, we have to be aggressive in social distancing, hand washing and quarantine, and this is more and more important in the hotspot. I would advise everyone, especially those who are in the hotspots, to really sincerely, as citizens in a patriotic manner, observe this lockdown, because if we observe this lockdown in a sincere manner, we will be able to break the chain of spread and we will be able to bring down cases and be able to prevent deaths and conquer corona in India.
Celebrities from different areas have been appealing to the people to join hands in the fight against the COVID-19. Bollywood actor Varun Sharma appeals to the people to stay at home during the lockdown and help contain the spread of coronavirus.
नमस्कार दोस्तों, ये जो कोरोना वायरस की जंग है, हम सब मिलके इसको लड़ रहे हैं और हम जीतेंगे। प्लीज आप सिर्फ घर पे ही रहिए, बिल्कुल भी बाहर मत निकलिए। इससे आप अपने आप को बचा रहे हैं, अपने घर वालों को बचा रहे हैं, अपने दोस्तों को बचा रहे हैं, पूरे देश को बचा रहे हैं। प्लीज लेट्स जस्ट बी एट होम, लेट्स जस्ट स्टे एट होम एंड स्टे सेफ एंड यूनाइटेड वी स्टैंड एंड वी विल फाइट दिस।
Efforts are on to produce indigenous testing kits to diagnose COVID-19. Department of Biotechnology has tied up with startups, academia and the industry to scale up the production of quality indigenous testing kits at a facility in Visakhapatnam. In an exclusive interview to AIR News, Secretary of Department of Biotechnology, Dr. Renu Swarup said the move is aimed at meeting the requirements of 1 lakh tests per day by the end of this month.
डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ बायोटेक्नोलॉजी ने अपने जो स्टार्टअप्स हैं, जो हमारा पब्लिक सेक्टर है बायरैक, उनके थ्रू सपोर्ट किया है नई किट्स बनाने के लिए, आरटीपीसीआर किट्स, एंटीबॉडी किट्स, और अब कुछ लोग ऐसे हैं जो एंटीजन किट्स भी बना रहे हैं। इनमें से कई ऐसे हैं जिनको आईसीएमआर से अप्रूवल मिल चुका है और उनकी ड्रग कंट्रोलर से अप्रूवल लेने के बाद मैन्युफैक्चरिंग शुरू हो चुकी है। आंध्रा में आंध्रा मेडटेक जोन है, उसमें हमने एक मैन्युफैक्चरिंग फैसिलिटी लगाई है और इन सबको इकट्ठा करके हमारा ये टारगेट है कि मई के एंड तक 1 लाख टेस्ट पर डे होने चाहिए कंट्री में। कोशिश और हमारी यही है कि ये हमारे इंडिजिनस प्रोडक्शन के थ्रू हों।
The News Services Division of All India Radio in its bilingual live phone-in program today will bring you a special discussion on COVID-19. Listeners can ask questions to the experts on toll-free telephone number 1800-115767. One can also ask questions on telephone number 011-2331-4444 and post queries on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts by hashtag AskAIR. This can be heard tonight on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:25 p.m. onwards. This program will also be available on our website newsonair.com and on our YouTube channel News on AIR Official. You can also follow us on the News on AIR app for updates.
India's national broadcasters Doordarshan and All India Radio have assumed focus on comprehensive weather coverage from across the entire territory of the country. These weather reports cover every small detail of every nook and corner of the country while highlighting extreme weather conditions across the country. Temperatures of various places from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, Gilgit to Guwahati, Baltistan to Port Blair. The reports also include advisories for farmers of different regions, do's and don'ts for farming of seasonal crops, and discussions with agricultural experts. And now an overview of today's newspapers covering COVID-19 stories. India's evacuation operation picking up pace by air and sea under Vande Bharat mission finds mention in all the dailies today. The shocking tragedy of the migrant workers also makes the headline. The Pioneer writes, 16 migrants sleeping on tracks mowed down. A frontline headline in The Statesman quoting the Health Ministry says, we have to learn to live with the virus. As migrant workers head for home across the country, the Indian Express reports reverse trend in Haryana, over 1 lakh apply to come back. To help ease country out of lockdown, the Economic Times cites a strategy saying government may ready negative list of prohibited activities. Industry says 15 lakh crore rupee package required for economic revival, writes the Hindustan Times. And finally, with the ongoing pandemic, private offices are reluctant to use central air conditioning, writes the Times of India, under the headline, Fresh Ideas, Ventilation.
And now, before we end the special news program on COVID-19, the headlines once again. 2 Vande Bharat mission flights carrying about 400 Indian nationals from Dubai land in Chennai. Indian naval ship INS Jalashva carrying about 700 Indian nationals from Maldives leaves for Kochi in Kerala. COVID-19 recovery rate improves to 29.36% in the country. Finance Ministry announces relief for NRIs and foreign visitors on residency status amid lockdown. And India's foreign exchange reserves up by $1.622 million to $481.078 billion. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.com and News on AIR app. And with that, we end the special news program on COVID-19.